Hello and welcome to this reading. Today's reading is going to be a lot of fun. These are the January 2026 predictions. I have 3 affirmation cards on the table, so whichever affirmation is resonating. I'm also going to be using 2 witchy decks here. We have the Wicked Tarot deck as well as this Witchlings card deck. I'm also going to tie it together with the Wandering Star Tarot as well. So it's going to be a lot of color and a lot of fun here. I also have these cute charms. So the first one is a troll. And the affirmation for this one is, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. I feel like this is something you're realizing, that instead of getting into doubt, worry, fear, or even feeling like you have to work super hard to get, your manifestations or money coming through, whatever it is, you're realizing that when you're in flow, when you're having fun, when you're in those high vibrations of love and gratitude, things work a lot faster. So that will be for you if that resonates. The second one is a dragon, and the affirmation card is, when I lean toward love, I am led. So I feel like you have been somebody who's always been very, very loving, very giving, but I feel like it's been difficult for you lately because there's been a lot of reasons for you to possibly, close your heart off. I feel like a lot of injustice with this one. That's why I felt the dragon was fitting. It's like, kind of you have this armor up a little bit, but you can still be loving. It's just like switching who you're being loving and kind to. It's a message to not close your heart off, okay? So for that affirmation, if that's resonating, that will be your reading. The third one is Frodo Baggins. We have the little Lego man here. And we have the affirmation, obstacles are detours in the right direction. I felt like that was super fitting because he does this whole journey through Middle Earth, And there are some obstacles, or what seem like obstacles. They're detours, for example, when they have to go through the mines and some bad stuff happens, right? But it all works out for good. And so I feel like that affirmation is resonating for you in your life if you've been feeling like certain doors have been closed, certain, people even that you relied on, they let you down. And so you're kind of confused, but just know Spirit is letting you know that you're still on the right course and they know the highest path for you to succeed on your mission. So find your reading in the timestamp or the description here on the video, and I'm going to get started with the tarot messages. So let's start off with the Wicked Tarot. I haven't really even used this so much. It is a beautiful deck. Check this out. If you're a fan of this movie, I would definitely suggest buying this deck, even just to collect, if you collect Wicked merch. So let's get your tarot cards, Spirit. What does this collective need to know in terms of having fun while you work and also in terms of January 2026? So we have 5 of coins and we have the sun coming out right away. Let's get some more cards though. I feel like with 5 of coins, you've been left out in the cold, or something that you've been feeling like, waiting on coming through for you. You've been feeling like you lost out on this. With it being related to Wicked, I feel like also maybe you've been excluded. Page of Coins is also out. So see, I feel like wherever you were excluded and you had to be out on your own, feeling left out in the cold, things are going to be shifting for you this month because we have the sun. So it's like it's your turn to shine now. It's like you're being elevated from where you've been cast out or cast down, or even if that was just a feeling for some of you within, and it wasn't really that you were left out or cast down. And Page of Coins, so that's new beginning, right? A new financial beginning is on the horizon. That's what I had mentioned right away with the affirmation, right? Like I feel like you've been trying to call in some kind of money here, some kind of financial freedom. But it's like the way to do that actually is put all your wishes out into the universe, and then look at this, King of Coins, and then they're going to bring it through for you because they already know what you need and what you want, right? Your angels and your guides, they're working behind the scenes. King of Coins, so this is King of Pentacles. This is a really drastic change here from feeling left out, feeling maybe forgotten about by Spirit is what I'm getting with this, to you being in the sun. And the sun energy is also in that childlike energy, right? Where you're just having fun. You get to be your vulnerable self and express yourself. Perhaps that's something you're looking at doing with career, And Spirit is confirming that that would be the right direction, you know. Wherever you've been feeling like you have to compromise, you know, you're meant to shine. And the troll too, that could be significant. Like, you could have had trolls growing up, so that one could have resonated for you and called to you, because it does bring up some kind of feeling in your inner child. So that's super amazing here. I'm loving these cards, guys. The Nine of Flowers here. So this is the Nine of Cups. This is happiness and fulfillment. It is also like this feeling of just having fun. They're at the what is it? The Oz Dust ballroom here, having a dance and sort of just celebrating. I feel like that's so beautiful. So that's what it is. It's like when you're having fun, when you're in joy, you're going to create more joy. That's just a confirmation. So you're going to call in wealth as you're just enjoying your life, and enjoying your work is really what I'm getting. So there was a reason I felt called to make this sort of fun for the inner child here, because I feel like as we're stepping into 2026, it's all about just freeing yourself from whatever's been weighing you down. Let's get one more. What a beautiful reading. So yeah, have fun. Nurture your inner child and trust that Spirit is working everything out. Now we have the Lovers coming through. Hopefully no spoilers for anybody. I know it's out on streaming now, but yeah, we have Firo and Alphaba here. And I feel like that could be significant as well. You could be partnering with somebody. It doesn't have to be specifically a lover, but this can indicate, like, I'm feeling like business partnership here, but it's like related to your innermost desires. And for some of you specifically, it is your lover. It is your partner that is going to help you, or at least they're your biggest support on this journey. Okay? Because you have big dreams is what I'm seeing. You have really big dreams for making whatever this material, financial endeavor come through. I feel like it's some kind of business related to spirituality. If that's been coming through on some of my readings, and Spirit is elevating you, where if you were cast out from other places, and Madame Morble, as I say that, 8 of Brooms, which is 8 of Wands. This is normally incoming news, okay? And it's usually good news. But in this one, it looks more negative. So that's what I'm feeling like. If you were cast out from other places, as I say that, like people could have done some kind of black magic on you, or just like not wanted you in certain places. And now it's like, that's going to be used for your good. So just know that. And I feel like the new partner you're going to have for business, because this is more about finances. It could be a lover as well, but let's take it with the theme of finances here. They're going to be helping you to succeed in greater ways than you have ever succeeded before. So now I'm going to get a little witchling card for this reading. Let's see, sometimes more than one comes out. This one's flying out. Luck. With a clear direction for what you want to achieve, you're summoning energies that bring good luck. So that's what I'm saying. Wherever injustices were done, or, you know, wherever you were imbalanced, you're seeing that that was to bring in something better. If you were cast out of some place, you know, it caused you to go within and to switch it around. You did that inner work where you didn't let that set you back. And now Spirit's bringing in this new beginning. And so to some, you may just seem like you're very lucky, but you have done the inner work. You felt that outcast feeling, and then you decided you needed to change some things. And your change of attitude, your change of heart is what's bringing in the stability. And, you know, it's going to cause you to celebrate, but I feel like you're already in that sort of energy. You're stepping into that where you're not letting this hold you back. So you're going to be having fun anyway with the sun in this. And yeah, some kind of collaboration is on the horizon. Some kind of good news is coming. So even if there was some bad news, like at a career, you know, where maybe you were even fired or laid off, that was for your highest good. And some big luck is coming through for you now. So now let's get some of the Wandering Star cards as well, just to clarify this message. What else does this collective need to know? This one is flying out. Page of Swords reversed. So yeah, I feel like there's been gossip around you. That's what I'm getting with this one. You have been gossiped about, and you have been actually not giving a shit about that. That's what I'm getting with the sun. You didn't let it stop you from shining. It just took you into an innermost place of yourself that you forgot about, but now you're nurturing. Two of Swords, decision and crossroads. You made the decision to shift the script is what I want to say, or like change the narrative of your life. You didn't care. You were just like, okay, I've seen all that I need to see with this Page of Swords reverse, with the gossip, with being outcast by people that you never thought, you know, would exclude you. That could be a past lover as well. Like, I'm really sensing this business has to do with somebody who's super close to you. Could have been an ex, okay? So you're like, okay, I've seen all I need to see. I'm just going to start over. And that's where you just like shifted the energy. All right, Hanged Man and the Five of Swords, they're kind of on their side. So let's take them as sort of an in-between energy. You're just waiting for the rebirth to come now. And you're feeling in an in-between. So you're still, you know, you've learned the lessons, but this hasn't come exactly through yet. And that's why this affirmation's resonating. You know that you just have to let it go and to step into fun. And the last one was Five of Swords sideways here. So yeah, with that loss and that conflict and that upheaval, it's just a little bit still closing out. That's what I'm getting with this one. And also this one has the snake. So I have to mention that's ending this year, 2025, you know, stepping into the new Chinese zodiac year, ending the snake year, which will be in February. It will be the horse year. So there's a little bit of shedding to do. Perhaps you resonate with that Chinese zodiac energy, you know, and I feel like big things are coming through. This is very much to do with your finances. So this is a beautiful reading. I hope that it helped you today. This was a lot of fun. Keep nurturing your inner child. And when people say you're lucky, you're going to know it wasn't just luck. It was your mindset, you know. It was a decision you made to still see the good, to still allow your inner child to have a life and to thrive and to have fun. And the haters, they don't understand that because they just wanted to see you down and out, to be honest. They kept gossiping about you. But the truth is going to come out, and Spirit is elevating you. Where you have been cast aside, you're going to be shining. Okay, I'm really getting that. So this video is for the ones who chose, when I lean toward love, I am led. I feel like you have a lot of reasons to not be in a loving energy. Okay, because you've been treated really poorly for being a kind person and for being such a giving soul. So let's get what you need to know for January 2026. What's happening this month in terms of shifting this energy? What's happening this month for you? What do you need to know? Page of Flowers. So this is the Page of Cups. This is like a surprise coming in from Spirit, some kind of emotional... Okay, this is related to inner child too. This is funny because the first reading was, and that's why I felt inspired to include these little charms, you know, these little figurines, because I feel like this is super related to inner child. So this is like when you get into this wonder, this sense of wonder, and you just love who you are, and you love God, you love the divine, you love Spirit, whatever it is that you call it. That's when something is going to happen that's kind of like a miracle, some kind of magic. Let's see what else though. What is this about this Page of Cups? So we have the Four of Swords. This is calling you to rest. Rest and reflect on what you want to call in. I feel like there's a little bit of healing to do with your heart as well. And like restoring your faith, because I feel like you're a collective of people who have been hurt. This one's kind of sliding out at the bottom. This is the Four of Wands. So look at this. This is happiness and success. Look at the gold edges on this card. If you're interested in this deck, I would highly recommend it, especially if you love Wicked. Okay, so celebration and success is on the horizon here. It's also the 1111 card. So that could be a number you have been seeing in your reality, a confirmation from Spirit. If you're seeing 1111, especially after this message. But yeah, some kind of magic is coming in for you. What is this related to? Ace of Flowers. So this is Ace of Cups. So you have Page of Cups and Ace of Cups. As I mentioned, this is something the divine is bringing in for you like a gift. It's something that is going to really cause you to have fulfillment in the heart space. You're going to like feel like your cup is full in terms of your emotional happiness. And it comes because you have been giving a lot of love to others, you know, very generous, very kind and loving when it comes to your emotions. So just know that Wherever that wasn't reciprocated to you from others, it's going to be given back to you by Spirit. Two of Brooms. So this is Two of Wands. New things on the horizon. New opportunities are coming through. That's probably what you're not expecting here with this landing under Page of Flowers, you know. You don't see it coming, but you are kind of already feeling this energy of needing a change. That's what I'm getting. Just a shift out of, I feel like, away from these people that were really cruel to you. The Tower, okay? So you've gone through the Tower moment is what I'm sensing. And if you're not quite through it yet, it will be over soon. That's why you have rest, you know, right together with this. And we had this one peeking out as well, so let's take it. This is the Eight of Wands. So some kind of good news after turmoil, I feel like, with Madame Morrible on there. And this was in the first reading too. Whoever's coming across this video today, you've been attacked by people that you thought you could trust. That's what I'm getting, especially with her character. And normally this card in tarot indicates good news. So just know that whatever evil was done against you, this is just going to ultimately work out for your good. This message keeps coming through. And let's finish off with one more wicket. I'm thinking like the bottom one here. The Moon. Okay, so a little bit more to do with going into some of the subconscious areas of your psyche, because there's a little bit more wisdom. There's a little bit hiding in the shadow. I feel like something to do with letting go of resentment is what's coming through based on what these people did, because even though this Tower happened, there will be new opportunities, better opportunities that have to do with your destiny. So just rest and celebrate. Look out for that 1111. Look out for what's coming through from Spirit. There's some kind of emotional fulfillment that you're going to feel. Just want to make sure they're not upside down. I'm going to get a little Witchling card to go with this reading as well. What does this collective need to know? Leaning towards love. Cleansing. Energy cleansing creates a healthy and harmonious space in which to thrive. So cleanse your home. I'm sensing like cleanse out different objects in your home too that are related to these past energies this month, and really take care of yourself too. So Epsom salt baths could be significant. Really cleaning the home though, like do the whole sweeping out of your house, get rid of clothes you don't resonate with, you know, mop the floors, hang different things on your walls that are calling in what you want to call in terms of your manifestations. And definitely cleanse out those people who aren't serving your new path, this new direction, because you are a really loving person and sometimes there is separation for further growth. So if they're meant to be in your life, they'll find you again when they're resonating on your frequency. So let's get some Wandering Star to tie this together. Okay, this one's flying out right away. Ace of Swords reversed. You're a little bit afraid to step into the success and make this change of direction. That's what I'm getting. There's a little bit of a decision to make here, and I feel like it's mostly accepting this gift from Spirit too. I feel like you're feeling a little bit unworthy of it. There's something here about, like, especially with this by the Moon, I feel like there's something here with you just like feeling guilty about sort of the way that you've been resenting people. You know, you even have a little bit of bad feelings towards your natural reaction as a human being. So just feel the feelings and let them go. And know that everything was working out for something higher here. Some kind of new magical beginning here. Three of Cups reverse. This is it. The people that you have to walk away from. I mean, it hurts, right? They were not bringing joy to your life. And, you know, you deserve to have friends and family members that don't cause you to feel hurt. I feel like these people cause you a lot of hurt. Like, sure, it happens sometimes in relationships and you can work it out, but I feel like with these people, they were so intentionally cruel and they knew what they were doing. That's why it's a little bit hard for you to forgive. So that's why you're being asked to love anyway. Love them from a higher point of view. You know, you don't have to spend time with them. That's what I'm getting with these two reversals. You don't have to give your time and energy to these people. And in fact, you're being called to new company, people that you can have abundance and celebration with this being by the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands, you know? And really look out for that 1111. When you're thinking a certain thought or you're with certain people and that number pops up, that's going to be your confirmation that you're on the right track. What else does this collective need to know? Five of Wands reversed. Competition, debate, defense. You're done with defending yourself. Ooh, and I feel like you really had to with that Tower. That's kind of what caused you the Tower. Because I feel like you clung on for a long time, even though you knew that you shouldn't. Even though you knew, especially how this lands with Elphaba and Glinda, you know, that she wasn't exactly the friend that she claimed to be. She chose herself over the friend, you see? And that caused you to really go within and just lose faith and hope in everything that you believed was true. Everything that you believed was real. That's why there's been a little bit of doubt, but also Spirit is bringing through some kind of surprise. A surprise new beginning. Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's going to be like a little bit too good to be true, because I feel like right now your intuition is blocked with her. Queen of Cups reversed. And that's what I'm saying with starting off with, when I lean toward love, I am led. You know that this is what you need to do in your intuition, and that's normally who you are, but this situation just caused you to withdraw and go within yourself, and a little bit of like licking your wounds type of energy, which is, you know, necessary, but also don't stay there too long. That's what Spirit is saying, because they've got your back and they're going to be writing everything. You're just being asked to remain in this loving, intuitive energy. That's who you are. So if you are not being in that energy, you would just be denying your true self, okay? But do the cleansing. This is what you need to do when you're resting. Definitely figure out, what is it that I don't resonate with anymore in this month. And after this month is over, I feel like in February, we'll have to see what comes through, but I feel like it will be like a whole new you. That's what I'm sensing, is once you actually do this cleansing, letting go of the items, letting go of the old self related to this past version that you're not anymore, and letting go of these people who were never good for you and who only wanted evil to come upon you, although they'll be surprised, you know, when they see you getting this gift, when they see you celebrating and having new relationships as well, new true friendships, then, you know, you're going to be in joy, and they're going to understand where they were wrong. But I wouldn't wait around on that energy. That's for Spirit to take care of. It's not in your control. Just do the cleansing that you feel inspired to do. So let me know if this reading resonated for you, and I hope that you feel peace of mind after this reading as well. I'm sending you so much love. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, for this reading we have Frodo Baggins of the Shire. You could resonate with this character, or you could be a super Lord of the Rings fan. This one's for you. Obstacles or detours in the right direction. Just know that if you feel like things aren't progressing as fast as you would like them to, or as effortlessly as you would like them to, there is a reason for that, okay? And it's all part of your higher purpose. So we're starting out with the Wicked Tarot. What do you need to know about these obstacles? What do you need to know for January 2026? We have 3 cards coming out. Strength card, the 3 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. So yeah, you're asked to continue to be strong. Like, keep your faith that, you know, keep going is what I'm getting. Keep going. Keep your faith about your dream, whatever you've been calling in for your life in terms of your manifestations, because I do see that it's on the horizon. You're waiting for this and it's going to come through. You have to keep the mental strength is what I'm getting here with the Wands. And 4 of Wands, so it's like resting and seeing this from a different perspective. And that's when Spirit can do the most work and give you the most insights, you know. It doesn't mean laying around necessarily. It can mean having naps or sleeping a bit more, catching up on sleep, but it's just resting and meditating. You could be going for a walk, you could be working out, you could be listening to an audiobook. Those kinds of things are rest too. So King of Cups is out. So you're very emotional, okay? And that's just kind of who you are. So I feel like this is your natural reaction as well to things being an obstacle. We have Bok as the Tin Man coming out. He can never change his loving heart, even though he turns sort of evil in the end. He isn't really. I still believe that it's because he was hurt, you know? And I feel like that's you. You're maybe feeling like a villain a little bit right now, or that you want to turn into the villain. King of Coins is out, so just know that this is King of Pentacles. You're going to have this material abundance and stability, having this under strength as well. See, everything is going to work out. Maybe just let yourself have that anger, even like a righteous anger is what I'm hearing with this one. Because I feel like it was some people too who kind of blocked this for you with obstacles. It wasn't just situations, it was people you also depended on to help you through certain things, or maybe just help you along with the next step, and then they shut the door on you. That's what I'm getting. And you're almost wanting to turn into Bach as Tin Man and like not have a heart anymore, but I don't feel like you will. The Fool. We have Fiyero as the Fool dancing through life here. So yeah, have fun, you know that there will be a new beginning. That's what it is. A new direction, the right direction. In fact, with the Affirmation card, you're heading into something new that's more appropriate for you and what you wanted to call in. So switch the script in your brain here. That's sort of been coming through for all these readings. There's a theme here for January. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is emotions. So it's something new in terms of Spirit bringing through something that's going to really bring you happiness, okay? And it's totally landing right next to the Fool. That's what I feel like. You're going to have some kind of insight too. Some kind of insight about a new direction, because Dorothy also follows that yellow brick road. I feel like that's like you taking a new direction. The world, completion of a cycle. Whatever's in the past, leave it in the past, because it wasn't meant to come with you in the future. That's why there were these obstacles. And take it how it resonates. Could be certain people for sure as well. Now let's get the Witchling card to tie this together. What is the card that this collective number 3 needs to know today? Euphoria. Euphoria is a cosmic connection to the magic within and around you. And look at all the flowers growing as hearts here. So I feel like it's calling you to just enjoy where you are. It's like enjoy where you are on the way to where you're going with that Fool card and the Page of Cups, because Spirit is bringing something better in for you. That's what I'm getting. Let yourself feel all that you need to feel with that King of Cups, but don't lose your empathy, because your empathy is part of who you are. And I feel like you're really being honored for your heart in terms of staying open to miracles, staying open to blessings. Now let's see what the Wandering Star has to say for confirmation to tie this reading together today. The Star reversed. Keep following guidance. I feel like you've been a little bit let down, right? And that's why you're feeling a lack of hope, or you have been feeling lack of energy. And this one also says miracles. So you could have been feeling like whatever you've been calling in isn't going to happen because of these obstacles. But just know that it was meant to happen this way. The Wheel of Fortune. See? It's like karma and destiny. This was meant to happen. So if some of these people vibrated out of your reality, it was because they weren't meant to come with you on this next stage here with the Three of Wands. They're not meant to see this next stage. Give us some clarity on the resting and the King of Cups energy, the empathic, intuitive energy, please, Spirit. Strength reversed. Okay, that's why the rest is needed. It's going to help you regain your strength, and especially emotional strength. It also mentions courage, which I find really interesting, because also in Wizard of Oz and Wicked we have the Cowardly Lion. So this is you kind of feeling like afraid, feeling that cowardly energy in a way, to a degree. But that's like when it comes to your heart. That's what I was saying, is you kind of almost want to turn into a villain here. You kind of almost want to close off and become, have this villain arc, but you're going to find your courage, that strength came out right away too. But it's during rest that you're going to regain some insight and some strength, and realize that you still have control over your life. That's what this one mentions too, is control. You still can control some things. You can't control all things. And that's what you're kind of learning here, what you have to let go of. Especially when it came to your hopes and your dreams. And just know that you're still heard. Your prayers are still heard. And you're still going to be provided for. The Tower reversed. So after releasing, see, the Tower is necessary before the world. This is how the tarot goes. The world is the end. It's the completion. See the fireworks going off? So I feel like that's really neat. After the lightning strikes and the destruction. So this could be a belief set, limiting beliefs, or it can be leaving those people behind, leaving this past behind for this month. You're doing a lot of that inner work. And euphoria is on the horizon, right? We have that as your witchling card and the world to end it. So I feel like know that whatever was an inevitable change and destruction, it was meant to bring enlightenment and was just meant to release certain things that weren't meant to come on your next stage of your journey, because things are shifting for the better. Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, King of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the World. This is looking like a really positive next month, you know, coming in for you for January. So keep the faith, love yourself, let yourself feel everything you need to feel, and don't let your heart get hardened. Trust again that Spirit is going to bring in what is for your highest good, and your prayers are still heard. So it's just because it's not happening the way that you thought doesn't mean that it's not happening at all. That's the message here for this collective. And I know things have been tough, especially if you resonate with Frodo, you know. He went on a super long journey, and there was a lot of doubt that he had. And a lot of times he almost turned into a villain, right? And he was tempted to go to a more darker side. But he didn't, right? So I feel like you're going to make it through. And there's going to be so much euphoria on the other side with that Witchling card. So just trust in Spirit. That's your message right now. Just trust and rest and relax to gain more courage and strength and insight again. Sending you so much love. If this video resonated, please like and comment on this video. I'm still new to this channel, so I appreciate each and every one of you for taking time to listen to these readings, and I'm sending you so much love. I will see you in my next video.